Yo, what it is, what's poppin'? So a couple weeks ago, right? I'm kind of like reflecting on something that I seen a couple weeks ago. But there's something else that I seen this past week reminded me of it. So I was reflecting on it. Because it is an ongoing situation, right? Especially even not even just offline, but you definitely see this shit online. Like you got what they call it, sectors and sections and you got panels that discuss this type of shit. And, let's keep it real. Ain't nobody really looking for no answer for it, but I feel like it's very simple. Like, talking about the dynamic between black women and black men, right? When it's really supposed to be simple, it's supposed to be what? Love, compassion, respect, courtesy. You got queen, king. We supposed to treat each other like queens and kings, right? But it's the complete opposite. Now, these other men that just like choose to speak to women any way they want to, violate, disrespect, degrade, and all that, I can't speak on behalf of them. I'm speaking on behalf of somebody like me. You know what I'm saying? I know my interaction with women ain't nothing like that. I don't do that type of shit. That ain't my style. You know what I'm saying? I give a dog respect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even speaking for them. I'm speaking from my own perspective. But when you hear people always saying, like they be acting like they trying to find the answer to why the dynamic is so damn jacked up between black men and black women. I feel like it's more simple. I feel like it's a respect thing. I feel like it's very simple. I mean, yeah, it can, I feel like it can come down to individual experiences. When you got women who go through bullshit with men, you know, it 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 makes them take it out on other men, right? It's not right to do. You got men who go through bullshit with women. They take it out on the next, woman that they deal with. It's not right to do. So some people, they got their own reasons, but for the most part, I would like to think that it has to do with respect. Men and women don't really respect each other like that. All you gotta do is watch some of the shit that goes down on an app like this, and you can see it. So at that point, maybe you do have to take a look at the individual person, because, like I said, I can't speak for the men that feel like they could talk down to women the way they feel or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't brought up like that. If I do my best to not ever get into an argument or a situation or a negative interaction with women in that way. So if you see me addressing a woman in a certain manner where I'm like, my energy is a little, you know, I don't know. I don't even want to say aggressive, but that's how people gonna take it. Because whenever people see a man addressing a woman, like women can address a man with like all that energy. They could be aggressive, turned up, just nasty, wicked. But if we even give 5% of that energy, people automatically look at us like we the bad guy. You understand? So we lose in this situation. You understand? Most men can walk away. Some men can walk away, turn the other cheek. But I do feel like when there's disrespect involved, you can't tell somebody how to react. I'm not saying go upside the head or nothing. I ain't saying that. But if I feel like it's a woman that's, crossing that line with me, like for kids, when they get out of line, you pop them on their head and tell them go sit their ass in the corner, right? With men, it's either we talk about it like a man, or we could take a quick walk up the street and, either I whoop your ass, you whoop mine. But we handled that so we could go about our way. When it comes to women, I mean, what are you supposed to do? You don't want to get into an argument with them. You understand? There's a certain way to talk to women, but some women are a little bit more difficult. So at the end of the day, it does us best to ignore them. But if you don't, then it's just like, listen, you just say this. It's like, yo, I'm a man, you a woman. I'm not trying to go there with you. I would appreciate it if you don't talk to me like that. You understand? Because I'm human just like you human. I got my buttons just like you got your buttons. You know, some women feel like they could talk to men the way they talk to them just because they're a man. That's enough justification for them, which is fucked up. That's fucked up. You mean tell me because I got dick and balls and I got a little bit more muscle than you know, I'm built different, right? Because of the natural difference between us, you being a female, me being a male, you feel like that's enough of a reach. They look at it like this. Oh, he can't do nothing. There's nothing he can do. I could talk to this nigga any type of way. I want to talk to him. And there's people around too. I'm about to violate. There's women like that. But I've seen women give that type of energy towards men, and then the man will haul off and knock the shit out of her ass. And I'm not condoning that, but I'm just saying people have the right to respond. So what I'm saying to women is you have to remember that and stop talking to men like you crazy. If you want to be treated as a woman, then you gotta treat a man like a man. And the only thing a man asking for is to be treated, is to be respected. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Who's trying to get into an argument with a woman? I know I'm not. Hell no. They're trying to castrate you. You understand? They would try to verbally grape you. I'm not gonna say the R word because you know YouTube with these guidelines, but they will, you know, but women with their words and us with our words, it's a little bit different. You know, the women they cut deep with their words sometimes. You understand? But and of course, yeah, men, you know, there's some men that could work on their respect towards women. Absolutely. Absolutely. For some men, it comes down to how they was raised. To some men, there's men that just look down on women. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, remember the old Maury shows used to come on? Remember the old 2000 shows used to come on? We used to bring these dudes on there who just automatically felt it was the woman's job to do this and do that and to be treated as this and that. But but you know, by the end of the show, they would send their ass to boot camp and they would be like, "Oh my God, I love you. I'm so sorry I treated you like that." Right? Some men are just like that. They just built like that. I can never speak for them though. I ain't never felt like that towards no female. I want to give a woman respect, but there are some women who make it hard. You know, if they could say whatever they want to say to you, call you out your name, and it's a shame. It's a shame because some women don't understand the most simplest thing. When you say to them, "Listen, I would appreciate it if you don't talk to me like that. I ain't got nothing against you. Maybe you're having a bad day. You know what I'm saying? You're a beautiful woman. I'm not trying to go there with it. I'm not trying to get into it with you, right? Please go about your business and get out my face and don't come at me like that." You know, that I feel like that's respectful, right? There's a few different ways you could say it, but that wasn't disrespectful. Bottom line, it was straight to the point. It was like, "Yo, I'm a man, you're a woman. We shouldn't be interacting like this." That's how I, you know, anytime I feel like a woman is coming at me like that, that's my first thing. Listen, I'm a man, you a woman. I'm gonna look crazy if I play into this shit too much. You know what I'm saying? Because for some people, they look at it like this: no matter what a woman does, a man should walk away. Some people just feel like that. But I say to those people, it's easy to say that when when you're not in the situation. Because a lot of us do try to walk away, but you got women, you turn your back on them, that's when they really buck up on you. I've seen women, you know, pushing niggas upside their head and, you know, like mushing and shit like. I ain't never been in that situation. But I'm saying, men can work on it too. The respect between women and men, it's all fucked up. And most of the time it does come from individual experiences with other men and women, you know? But there are some men and women who feel like they can just talk to each other any type of way they want to. I can't speak for the men that do it because, like I say, I don't put myself in a box with them. Even though a lot of women put all of us in the same box, right? Some women, they got their mind made up about us, and no matter what we say, no matter what we show, otherwise, they're still gonna think that way. Now, those type of people you just can't deal with. You know what I'm saying? Because who gonna try to prove themselves and make? Ain't nobody going through that. Go ahead, think at that point. It's like think, what the fuck you want to think? You know what I mean? Me, I'm the type of person, I'm big on my character. So if I feel like somebody think a certain way about me, I'm gonna be like, check this out. You got me fucked up. You know what I mean? But for some people, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. But like I say, when it comes to women, try to think about your words sometimes when you call yourself, because when you go getting into it with a man is different than getting into it with a woman, obviously. Because some of y'all will say, some of y'all will give that energy to a man, but you won't give that same energy to other women that can actually go wherever you want to go with it. You know what I mean? It's hard for us to play into it or to react at all because we know the stereotype. It's like if people see us raising our voice in the slightest, they be like, "Oh, you see what this man is doing?" Which I think is crazy because you got to get the facts first before you just jump out the window. Ask what was said just a few minutes ago before you seen that person getting louder with their voice, right? We can't be saying that a man is less of a man because he does react to a woman, because he does decide to entertain it. Because at the end of the day, yes, we can turn the other cheek. We can walk out the door. We can do all that, but we do have the God-given right, just like just like a woman does. If a man disrespects a woman, she can jump on our ass and check us for saying what we said or doing what we did. Everybody has the right to react, to respond, but some of y'all forget that. And some of y'all be talking like there ain't no such thing as consequences or reaction. Like for every forever for every action there's a reaction. You understand? And then when we show that side of us, it's like we're the villain. You know what I mean? Like our whole character gets tarnished, and then people think what they want to think from that point on. They don't even get the side of the story. I've seen plenty of situations like that. Plenty of situations like that. But I might as well title this ignorance because I feel like there's a lot of ignorance between black men and women. But for some women, and this men too, for some people, let's say that for some people, the only thing they understand is ignorance. They don't understand when you try to keep it respectful. You're trying your best not to go that route with them. You're trying to stop it before it goes anywhere near where it could go, where there ain't no coming back. Right? You talk to somebody nicely, respectfully. Please don't talk to me like that. Some people, they don't even, you know what I mean? It should be that simple after that. Especially if you're dealing with a complete stranger, somebody you don't know, somebody you know a little bit, or somebody you think you know. You feel like, oh, they chill, they laid back, they calm, cool, collect. So you feel like maybe you could go there with them. But that's not the case. And then when we show that dark side, that ignorance, and then it's like, oh my God, girl, did you see what he just said? Come on. It's about respect. It's about respect. It's a shame, but I'm going to leave it off like this. It is a shame that some black men and women, all they understand is ignorance. Cut that shit out, man.